Hello, good morning for you.
Well, it is. It's late morning, but it is. How are you?
I'm great. I'm good. Thank you very much, Anya, for
It's
asking. I
wonderful.
just had a very nice running session in the park
Great.
in the forest.
Fantastic.
And it's beautiful. It's sunny, very nice weather today. It's called Babje Leta.
It's called in English, we call it Indian summer.
Yes.
That's the
yes.
same thing. I don't know
Indian summer
why,
here. And you
but
told me that in New York it's about 30 degrees.
that is true.
Celsius.
It's unbelievable. It's very, well, it's warm. It's not very humid. Very pleasant weather, actually. And it is not too hot, like in August. But the air is fresh, transparent, and it's beautiful. All the leaves are still green. We don't have anything yellow yet, like you do have in Moscow, but it's beautiful. It's really nice. So next time you are in New York, I hope it will be September, because it's the best time of the year to see the city.
Yes, I look forward. I think I've been in New York in spring, in summer,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it probably.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, spring and summer.
yeah, well, New York City, it's magnificent. It's fabulous place to be any day of the year. Uh, it's different in the fall, so I like it in spring. Depends. It's an early spring or late spring, but lots of flowers. It's all blooming. It's beautiful. Summer, nice. It might be too hot though. Summer in the city, it's humid because the Atlantic Ocean is very close, and it could be hard to walk around so much.
It's
But
very
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yes, I agree with you. It's very nice to see you again. And how was your week?
oh, it
What
was
did you do? And
That was great. It was very busy in a good way because I like being busy, doing something interesting. Uh, I have some projects that take like, the most of my time, like new course development, and I bought lots of books to read. So I'm reading, I'm learning. It's always a learning process because as soon as I feel that I know already a lot, then they come up with something new, with new technology, something new invention, and then I have to learn it all over again. There's lots of French language practice. That's my another goal. That's what I'm working on a lot right now because before my trip to France. And yeah, it was busy with lots of events. In New York, a lot is happening. I've been to the theater, to some museum, there's some exhibits. There's a fashion week in New York. So it's always very busy. Lots of fashion parties, fashion magazine parties. There's a lot of events that are happening. So it's busy. But when I look back, like, wow, it's really been a week. It feels like it's been a month. It always is.
that's good.
Yeah,
That's
it
good to
just
hear that, Anya.
gives the
That's good.
energy. Yeah, it just makes you like, feel alive. Gives you new great
Yeah,
energy.
that's great. I feel the same, Anya. There was
Hmm.
a lot of events, a lot of meetings, a lot of negotiations, and
Yes.
here in Moscow. But sometimes I feel wow, it's happening in
Hmm.
3, 4, 5, 7 weeks. Like
Right.
five years ago, it could take 6 months
Oh yeah.
to see those people, to go there,
Yes.
to receive this message, to receive that invitation.
Yes.
It's amazing, kind of. So our life gets so more abundant, more bright, more
Hmm.
amazing people. Yesterday I had a meeting. I've met a person. My friend invited me to and introduced me to very nice person from Kyrgyzstan, but he lives in
Interesting.
Moscow and he's a doctor. He I don't know what he
Hmm.
does, but Anya, how to say in English?
Hmm.
Um, like народный целитель, something like
The
this.
healer,
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
who's healing,
something
alternative
like,
medicine, you can say, something
yeah.
that is non-traditional Eastern
Yes,
medicine.
I think so. I think so. And my friend, he's very successful. He's about 45, and he said, come. I'm going to show you someone."
Yes,
And
okay.
I didn't know what was he going to, but say okay. And I went there. And it was very unusual experience, Anya.
What
We
was
talked
it?
with that
Okay.
person.
I need to hear more about it.
That his mentor. He learned a lot from him, and he said you will like to get more about what he do and about that person. And yeah, he does something special, Anya, with his words, with his hands, with something else.
That's incredible.
He has a lot of tools. It's very nice, very unusual experience. So
wow.
I started to meet such people, Anya, like you do.
Yes.
From different part of life, from different part of business and careers. And I was dreaming about like 5, 7, 10 years ago, but
right.
now it's happening, and it's so fast, it's so great.
Wow.
And you saw some pictures from RSPP. It's society of big entrepreneurs and промышленники. Anya, how to say in English?
This is the manufacturers, the people who manufacture things.
Yeah, manufacturers.
Yeah, manufacturers. I think,
yeah,
yes.
I was invited to that event of business school of that society, and there were a lot of amazing people. So I was invited by my friends. This Zhenya and Svetlana. Zhenya is president of that school, and they're amazing people. It's great.
Absolutely.
I always feel inspiration, and it's great feelings to go there, to meet new people, to talk about different things. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from this.
Absolutely. And then it's a new fresh energy, new networking, great opportunities for future projects. And you meet like-minded people, and that is, I think, the best learning experience, because you will never learn the same things from books. You learn from people. It's just so much more effective. You can read all the books in the world. It won't be the same.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I have a lot of books here in my apartment.
Yes, same here.
Like this, I put from the publisher to review this book and to write something about this. And I've read for 1 hour today. But absolutely agree with you that I learn much more from people, from communicating.
Yes.
And we mentioned with you, we talked about I think two weeks ago, about my feelings about this kind of people, because in previous years I was a little scared. I felt uncomfortable to go there to meet these people, but now I felt like very comfortable, very confident to talk with that people who are presidents of companies, who are public figures, famous not only in Russia, in Europe, and all over the world.
It's fantastic.
And it's great. It's great. It's transformations happening right now. And
absolutely. Well, before, I remember I was not ready for the life that I'm having right now, because you feel that you have to grow up. You have to become someone that these people will be interested in knowing as well. Because you know that this energy that you have, and people that are highly developed, they are searching for like-minded individuals, for someone who is the same, with someone that they want to spend time with and exchange ideas, and talk about things that they both understand. They cannot just talk to anyone. So you develop, you grow, you become someone attractive for them. And that's how it works. And then they are inviting you, and they're looking for your company as well, just as you're looking for there. So it's mutual, and this is great. This is wonderful. It's a big advantage of being in a big city like Moscow, New York, maybe London or Paris, where you're able to meet great people, and then after some time, no matter where you live, you can still talk, communicate, and these are contacts. They are for life. Because you never know, like in 5 years, you start a new project, you need some people for that, and here you are, you still talk to them.
Yeah, Anya, and I think we should to feel a little bit, I'm thinking how to say in English, for example, a little bit uncomfortable with that kind of people. It's great feeling for me.
Yes.
I think I'm going to share with you my ideas, because when I go there, when I talk with these people, when I see them, when I ask what they do, they ask me what I do.
Right.
And it's great to, I learn a lot from them. I very respect these people because they achieved much more than me.
Mm-hmm.
And they're much more successful, and I feel, wow, I'm so little. I'm here with amazing people, and it's great to feel like this. It's much better than you go. I don't know who, I don't remember who said that, but the famous quote that if you are in the same room with people who are not smarter than you, you're not in the right room.
Yes. So if you are the smartest. Yes, if you're the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. That's the saying.
Yeah, and I have some people who are a little bit afraid to go there. They are very famous, very successful in their cities, in small cities, and they are afraid to go somewhere else, to leave their comfort zone. Because, I am a star, I am famous and rich in my city. Everyone knows me, media knows me, TV. But if I go to, as you mentioned, in big city like New York, Moscow, or Paris, I am nobody there. And a lot of people are afraid and don't go there because it's their choice. It's the right choice. I think it's very nice decision as well. But I always show this picture. For example, person grow.
Yes.
And he already achieved everything in this city. It's like, Anya, how to say in English, like цветок в горшке. Он вырос из маленького горшка. Если его пересадить в большой, он продолжит расти.
I know what you mean. Yes. Well, you can say that with a plant, but there is another analogy which.
Can you please translate this in English?
In English, that would be interesting. In English, I would say it's you are a big fish in a small pond. Like pond means like the pruд. Or you are a small fish in a big pond. So there's two options. In the United States, it is the same that is happening too with people. They don't choose where they're born. They may be born in a small city, small village in the middle of nowhere. And then they come to New York. So in their city, they were famous and successful. Everybody knew them. They were like a big fish in a small city, in a small pond. But when they moved to the big city like New York or Chicago or Los Angeles, then there's so many other people that are equally successful, very accomplished, and of course it's a life-transforming feeling of fear, like, oh my God, you feel like you are a small fish again, but this pond is big. So it's up to people usually face these two choices. And what they want to be. So what would you prefer? So you would rather be the big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond?
That's a very good question, Anya. Right now for me, I feel that I shouldn't go in and be a little fish. I should grow with and learn a lot from these fishes, like fish people already huge, already amazing.
Yeah.
It's great because it's lifelong lifelong process. I think. And
Absolutely.
If you say, "Oh, I achieved everything,"
Then you.
I can see it. I'm just what I did. That's enough. I'm already. It's not. I think it's better to feel that you're motivated. You learn. You grow. As you just mentioned, that you read, you learn, you visit new courses, new training and seminars.
Absolutely.
And that's
yes.
great. It's lifelong process. It's constant and never-ending improvement.
Totally. Yes, because then you never stop learning. Once you stop, then there's no more progress, and then you go the opposite way. And then you stop developing, and once you're not getting any better, you're not improving, then you're decreasing your abilities. Because life, it's like the treadmill, like тренажер, беговая дорожка, like the treadmill, and you have to actually run. You have to walk because it goes backwards. Once you stop, then you will be moving backwards, and then eventually you will fall. So yes, that is very true. That when you are not comfortable with people who are much greater than you, I think it's a wonderful thing. It's great. Like when you go to the gym, when you exercise, then you have some muscle pain, and it's not very pleasant. It's uncomfortable. You're doing something difficult when you actually making an effort. Because this is interesting conversation that I had with my gym trainer at the gym, and what he said that yes, there's two kinds of pain. There's a sweet pain, and there's a bitter pain. The sweet pain it's not comfortable. You feel, maybe it's just so, you feel weak, you feel unaccomplished, but then you feel because you're growing. That pain is because your muscles are growing and you're getting better. But the bitter pain, if you're comfortable now, you don't do anything, and then 10 years from now, you have all regrets about a life that you could have, but you didn't. And then it could be too late to do anything.
Yes.
To start. So isn't that great to work to really know what you're capable of, what's your true potential? Isn't that great?
That's great. That's great. And now I just want to say much more often yes to opportunities.
Yes. Yeah. Totally.
Before I'm not going to do that. I received an invitation to go there or to work together, and I used to say, "Oh, probably I'm not ready." But now, if I don't know how to do this, I prefer to say yes and discover how can I do it later.
Totally, that's great.
It's not complete yet, and sometimes I feel, oh, maybe no. But when I say yes and I look back, I say, wow, that's good that I did that. That's great. That when I say no and I go and look back, I think, oh, probably I had to try. Maybe I could do this. It's great. It's much better to say yes and see what's happening. It's nice.
You surprise yourself.
It's interesting. So bright. So amazing.
Yes, isn't that great? Because you never know. You discover what you can do, because you could live your whole life and then not know. Discover what you are able to do. Yeah, that is really a great force that's like driving you, and you never know, because I think every chance when you have to practice something, like even for me, I'm practicing my new skills, being on a camera, having an interview, talking, discussing something that it's interesting for me. That's, I think, the great skill. So you could just have this hour, this time, and devote it to learning something. Then I think like all these little things, they will lead to something very, very great.
Yes.
I think that, yes, but great. But how do you plan? Like, how can you manage to do so much? What's your secret of like organizing skills? Like, how do you prioritize? How do you know what's really important, what you really have to say yes to? on what something that you can do later. Because you cannot do everything at the same time. If you're in one place doing something, then you cannot be in another place doing something different. So how do you plan this?
That's very good question, Anya, and I think we should talk about this more, because some people will watch our discussion, our interview, and will listen us and say, "Oh, yes, I'm going to say yes to everything, to everyone." But we shouldn't say yes to everything and to everyone.
Right.
We have to. That's right. Very nice question, Anya. We have to have our vision, our goals, our action plans.
Yes, I have the same.
Our future. Yeah.
Yes, I mean mine are really busy. Yes, mine are all is busy too, and it's just lots of things. Yes.
Yeah, because when we have our vision, we have our goals.
Yes.
In 10 years, in 50 years, maybe 1-2 years, we can decide what I'm going to do. Is it going to move me closer to my vision, or take my time and energy and take back from that? If you answer for this question, yes, that's going to make me stronger, to prepare me for next step, that bring me to my goal. That's absolutely, you should say yes. If no, don't do that yet.
Yeah.
But we have limited amount of time.
Yes.
And we cannot do anything. We cannot to become an expert in everything.
Totally.
We cannot to meet and to be loved by everyone.
Sure.
We just cannot do that. And we should think about this more. More simple. Yes or no? Yes, that bring you to your goals. If no, don't do that yet. If you make you stronger, do that. If that make you
okay, so like it's an investment. Yes, like you invest money, you think that will be profitable.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can invest money. Time is a great resource, because then that's the only thing that you cannot have back. Once you give someone your time, then you already invested it into something. So you will never have this chance again to go back and redo it. Right? So that is why it is so important, like really crucial to
and
know.
That's very, very important, very powerful, the law, that universal law, that the law of compensation.
Yes.
When you put your time and energy, everything in what you do,
yes,
the law of compensation will give you something. If you put more energy and time, much more, you get much more. It's how it works. If you want to, like, quick, how to say,
quick result, a quick fix.
Yeah, quick fix, like to get money fast, to become rich and famous for 1 day, for 2 days. It doesn't work like this.
No,
you should invest and grow as a person to do this, don't be afraid mistakes. Analyze your situation, analyze your mistakes, do something different if that doesn't work. And it takes time. You discover the road when you go there. You cannot see the road from
the start.
From New York to Los Angeles when you drive in the night. But
very true.
But when you drive, you see 100 feet ahead. You drive, you see 100 feet ahead, but you don't see further. You drive more, and finally you get to Los Angeles in nighttime. So the same here in our lives.
Yes.
We don't know what's going to be over the corner.
Yeah.
But when we go, oh, that's good. I go there, but I don't see further. What should I do? Just go, and everything will support you. You meet people that in harmony with your thoughts, with your goals.
True.
You'll see opportunities, you'll see anything you need to achieve that goal, to be there where you want to be. When you know exactly what you want, you can do that. When we don't know where to go, we don't know what I'm going to do, I don't know what I like and where I'm going to become as an expert, it's difficult. It's almost impossible to achieve that because we don't know where to go. Maybe that way, maybe somewhere else.
True. Yes. Only when you look back and then you realize, wow, there was a way. It was like a step. Each step that I was making, in each choice that I was making in my life, that led me exactly to that moment when you get something like great reward for all your efforts, and then you get it when you least expect it. It's like a biggest surprise, but actually it's not a surprise. It was a choice, but it didn't happen overnight. And then there's a great feeling that I experience when you achieve something very difficult, and then you just realize, wow, it was not that difficult than I thought. Now look back, I would definitely do it again. It was so worth it. Every effort was worth it, because that's great. That's the only way that I could choose and I could live my life. But in the process, when you're not there yet, it's so easy to give up. And you think, maybe I don't want it that much. Oh, this is so hard. I didn't realize, and everybody else seemed like partying and having a good time. And then I have to go home and sit and work and read and learn and invest and make these choices to practice something and to train and become better. Then I could be just in the beach or doing something easy and more pleasant. It's always a choices. That is why there are not that many successful people in the world. We all have resources. I don't know, do you agree that every person is capable of achieving success? Do you believe that every person can do it? You just have to make the right choices? What do you think from your experience?
And I always ask this question to my students, to the audience I'm working with.
Yes.
What is success for you?
Right.
And for example, 100 people in the room, and everyone have different understanding of this word.
Yes.
And for everyone, success means something different. Someone think about money and big homes. Someone think about happy family and children around. Someone think about house in the ocean. Someone think about house in the mountains. Something thinks about the career achievements or business achievements. And it's different vision and different understanding of this word.
True.
And if you know exactly what is success means for me, what should I do? What should I become? You can do that. Absolutely. And about your question, anyone can be successful. Yes, but everyone has different perspective of this word, different understanding.
Yeah, that's true. That is why it's just, I believe it's important.
There are universal laws.
Yeah.
It's unbreakable rules that works all the time. If you use these laws, if you live like this, you'll do these results. If you don't, if you break these universal laws, you cannot do that. So my words, my inspiration would be learn this. Learn what's the different. What is success? What successful people? What do they do? How do they think? Read biographies, autobiographies. Read books like you mentioned that you bought a lot of books.
Yes.
Books have amazing power that can change your mindset.
True. Yes. Good energy.
Mindset can change our life.
Yeah. Yes,
our habits, our decisions, our discipline, everything started here.
Yes, because you learn about it. The person who wrote this book, they put some of their energy, and not all of them we are able to meet in person. With not everyone we're able to have conversation, because maybe some of the greatest people, like the world leaders that wrote the book, but reading the words, it grows on me. It's like a plant a seed and it grows on you. And
I absolutely agree with you. And we have amazing opportunities like right here, right now.
Right now, yes.
We have thousands of books in bookstores, in libraries.
It's easier than ever.
This book could take 2, 3, 5, 10 years to discover by this person, by this author, by this entrepreneur or successful people who wrote this book for us. We can buy it for $20.
Absolutely,
buy for $20 his 10 or 20 years experience.
Yes.
He put his energy, his time, his experience, his knowledge here.
Very
and
true.
We can take it for $20.
Absolutely. That's a great investment.
We can save our time, our financial risks, financial maybe lost, and just do it. That's our conversation with that person.
Yes.
It can be president of the United States. It can be president of different countries. It can be amazing entrepreneur. He wrote this story. He wrote this book. He discovered this subject, how our mind works, or how to form new habit, or how to invest money and be successful in investments like Warren Buffett or do. We can learn and we put new information, new stone in our mindset. We can, wow, I've read something, I know something about it.
Absolutely.
I can do this.
Yes.
I mean, I can do different in my situation, in my life. If it doesn't work, what does that person think about this?
True.
Go to the library, read about this story. Wow, that's the same that I do. I just in my life right now. So
that's very true. Maybe someone out there will read your book, and that will change their life forever, and will be the great investment. You're right that it's easier than ever now to read the books. I have about maybe 200 books on the iPad. It's so easy to download the book and you can read it right away, like right this minute. But it's also important to not just read for theory and for information, but actually practice and drive it to the life and implement it and just use all the knowledge. Because without the knowledge, without the practical use, I think this knowledge will not be very useful. It's important to get this energy to learn the tip. Like for you read a book on communication, right? You just record the interview, put it out there, practice. And that's what I think very important for people to know, to realize. It was for me the biggest experience that I had in my life was the big realization that all the books that I've read, they changed my life only after I started using everything I've learned there. So there was one time in my life I was reading a lot because I come from the family of teachers and professors, and we always had a lot of books at home, lots of classical books, and I was reading them a lot. And my life was the same. It didn't change. And then I started reading different books, maybe on self-development topics, psychology. And again, I've learned, I knew all this theory. It didn't do anything. And then only after I was making steps, like action plan. What can I do? How can I practice? How can I become that person? What the author of the book would do. What would he do in this situation? And then you try it. And especially it's very important is not to give up after the first try. That may not work. What happens sometimes is that when you get out, you try something and then you fail. Like, oh my God, that shouldn't stop you from continuing making effort. So the theory,
Yes.
like action plan, do not give up, like try it again and again and again, like look back, see what mistakes you've made, learn something, and then just do it again in a better way, and then there's a more chance that something great will be coming out of it.
Yeah. A lot of people think, wow, knowledge and information is a power, but it's just potential power.
Yes, true,
Knowledge
very
and
important.
information without applying this, it's worth nothing.
True. Yes.
And I agree with you. When you read a little one chapter and you apply what that said,
Yeah.
self non-fiction book or business book, or maybe a lot, we can learn a lot from classics as well. But when we apply in our own life, we're much more smarter than people who wrote thousands of books and did nothing.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I also learned what my discovery was, what I want to share with you, is when you're doing something and is not like great enough, then it's a good thing. Because when, for example, you're making some product, information product, record an interview, like what we're doing right now, and it may not be perfect. And maybe a lot of people would watch it and think, oh, maybe some professionals who are directors, this could be better, this could be better. But it's not the point. It's more important is that we actually are doing it. Is that if it's perfect, the actual phrase, the wisdom is, if your product, like your webinar, is perfect, then you're too late. Because you waited too long, spending all this time on the details. People that, yes.
Yeah, please continue.
Yes, that I already did it, and maybe it was not perfect. Maybe it's just something that they just, there's more to work on. But they're already out there. They're famous, they're successful, they're making money, they're living the life of their dreams. While other people are just sitting, waiting, preparing, and making it perfect, when finally, if they reach this point, then it's too late, because it's all out there. That's what I think was my knowledge. And then I think, wow, there's something to think about. What do you think? Do you agree?
I absolutely agree with you, Anya. And there are different types of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
We can remember our university life or school life. Think, wow, that person wasn't really smarter than me. He wasn't really more intelligent than me.
Mm-hmm.
But he achieved much more than, for example, for someone else.
True.
But probably he had different type of intelligence, because psychologists say that we have about 8 or 9 different types of intelligence, Anya. It's not just logical, like mathematical logical intelligence. It can be musician intelligence or social intelligence. You can communicate with people, you can talk with them, and for example, like this. There are also intelligence like with new languages, with your how you
different
talk,
ability. Yes.
Yeah.
We are all different. Everyone has different talent. Yeah, true.
Yeah. They have different names. Probably we can find that in Google, in internet, but probably like verbal linguistic intelligence, musician, visual, something like this, Anna. And it's amazing. We can develop them all together. So it's not just. We have also, some people have entrepreneurial intelligence. They are good businessmen. They are good entrepreneurs.
Yes. Do you think that you have to develop your strongest side, or you can collaborate with other people? Because there's two ways to do it. Either you get better in what you are already good at, and then you find the partners, and then you complete each other, someone with different skills, and then you do things together. Or you should try harder and work on something that you're not good at and become better. What do you think? What would be your view?
We should improve all skills, all intelligence, but focus on our strong points.
Yes.
We should, I think so, Anya, that we should develop our strong parts.
Yeah.
And find new partners that are strong in different parts of what we do. For example, if we are good in finances, probably shouldn't do sales or negotiations. Probably
Very true.
that
Yes.
person can do it better, and he likes it, and he's natural in this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we can work together. So it's the team. We cannot achieve great results by ourselves, just one person. Everything great achieved with a lot of people. Any company, any business, any idea was the result of a lot of people. It can be 2, 3, 5, 10, but not just one.
True. Yes, you have collaboration. You collaborate with other people, and when you do what you are the best, and then you get better with that, and then that's how you are the great in the world, because you're doing something that you like to be doing. Because usually what you're good at, that's something that you like.
If you want achieve great results, do what you do excellent. Focus on this, improve this. If you want to do better in something else, you can improve that, but you will be just an average.
True. Yes, and then you will waste a lot of time trying to get better. It's something that is not even important, because there's something that every person, I do believe that every person has some unique talent that you are the best at, and the world needs this talent from you. And when you're trying to be someone who you are not, then you're wasting your talent. You should be doing what nobody else can do, just only you. Then you can do that the best, and then you concentrate all your energy and all your time, all your skills in achieving that. And everything else, it's so easy to find people who like to be doing that. There are people that you said, it's absolutely right, that they are very good in finance or maybe marketing or something different, and then you collaborate, and then you create something all together that would have that initial results of your project and teamwork will be excellent. I've learned that from experience, and I think it's really great when you attract people that have some strong side in something, because it's the energy, it multiplies. We are like social human beings, and it's really impossible to do everything by yourself in the world. You need like a team, you need like people, you learn, and that's, I think, makes the life a lot easier. And then it makes everything faster, get the results faster. So you don't spend a lot of time learning that necessarily you don't have to learn. But you absolutely right, and you said that to try and be a well-rounded person, it is also important because, it's like you have to be like balanced, have some kind of balance, knowing what you're the best at, but have an idea. It's don't have to be professional in everything, because that is impossible, but kind of have an idea so you can appreciate the talent or their skills of other people who are good at this. Wow, this is interesting.
It's very interesting to listening to you, Anya, and I would like to know you read a lot, you learn a lot from different people, from the life itself.
Yeah.
Anya, what's your favorite experience? What's your favorite books and people you just learned a lot from them? You just get something from them and you use it in your own life, in your life's philosophy.
Well, I'm very lucky that I live in New York City at the moment, and this is not an easy place to live, because it's a kind of survival of the fittest. It's like the jungle. And if you're not the best in the world at something, that you can't live there. because the competition is so high. It is some people think they forget that the capital of the United States is the Washington, and they think, oh, New York might be the capital, like Moscow is the capital of Russia, and they think that New York is the capital of the United States, and it's not. What I usually say, it is the capital of the world. If you like take a planet Earth, and there would be one capital where everything is happening first at the same time, that would be New York City. Because I've lived in many other places in the world, it's different. And that is why the people who can only make it here, there's a famous song by Frank Sinatra, and there are words in this song that if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. Yeah. This is so true.
Yeah.
To
wake up in the city that never sleeps.
Yes, that's true. Well, yes, because people are busy. They don't have time to sleep. They're busy working hard, learning, experiencing lots of things and lots of events.
Business life and nightlife all together here.
Oh, yes.
Everything happening.
Absolutely. I think that's experience. Learning, reading the books, it is important. And I'm learning the books written by people who achieved something in the areas. A lot of books by professionals in the industry of health, something that is important to me. Fitness, all in about business skills. You should, now it's not only books that I can read, there's blogs and people, they post their wisdoms, then you can read Twitter, social media, Facebook status, and then it's already, it's a lot. You learn from real people. And you have to be like currently update all the knowledge and all the skills you have, because next year they will come up with something else. Like YouTube, it's only exists for maybe 6 or 7 years now.
When I was in Amsterdam recently for a training on speed reading and mindset,
yes,
there was an information. I thought that the information double every 1.5 years, but now it's double every 6 months.
Wow,
every
really?
6 months,
I didn't know that.
The information double. The
wow.
amount of information double every 6 months. Like in 1600s, like it's 16th century, the information was like usual person read just like here just one newspaper. Now it's much more amount information, and we choose this amount. What kind of information should I put in my mind?
Important.
It's so much more happening now.
It's true. It's true. Yes, like you said, 600 years ago, if you read one page in a week or in a month, then you're the most intelligent person of all. But back then they had 24 hours a day, and so do we now too. That the time frame hasn't changed, but this amount of information has changed, and it's very important is to select information. And now what's happening is the more books that I'm reading, they're practical, less theory. And a lot of people who want to concentrate on what's really important. Maybe they're not that big and heavy books that they were later. Maybe they are now smaller, but more...
Like in iPad, 200 books you have.
Yes, that's true. It's very very practical. It's a great invention. Well, not only because it is safe for their trees and ecological system, because you don't need to kill the trees to publish the books, but also it's so convenient to read everywhere. When you have maybe even an extra 5 minutes when you're in the subway or when you're waiting for something, then you can open it and read something that maybe can change something in your life and your decision-making process about the things that you want to do today or later in life. Yeah, I think it's also now the life is changing, and a lot of books also it's not only possible to read but to listen. There's an audio format, and then you can download the books, and when you're walking through the park or doing sport, then you can listen to the books at the same time, which I think is also amazing. I use it a lot. Or you can watch videos on YouTube when you're at the gym, when you're exercising, and then you put a video, and not only you train your body, but you train your mind, which is another amazing thing. So I think it's all now, this is great for people who want to use this knowledge and this power and this possibilities that people could only dream about.
Yes.
Now it is so great that it's a lot of time when you're doing something in the morning, you're doing sport or you're having breakfast. And what I'm doing personally is I'm playing the videos, also our videos as well, because I think that's when you have a conversation with someone about something that is truly important, then that's how you are learning. That's it's like you take a shower every day for your body, but then you have to take a shower with right information to refresh your brain. That will be also that beneficial. And then think, okay, after I listen, I've read something in the morning especially, then you can go in the day and then your day is different. Did you notice that? So if you read something in the morning, if you do something in the morning, then the rest of, no matter what you do in the day, it's just better quality.
Yes. And the first hour we discussed with you earlier as well, Anya. The first hour, it's very important hour to start your day.
Yes.
Some people call this golden hour.
Yes.
Some people call it hour of power.
Yes.
But it takes hundreds of years. A lot of people say about the importance to start our day.
True.
You can read, you can exercise, you can plan, you can write down your goals, you can prepare for the day, you can think about, visualize your ideal day. And that's how it works. A lot of people wake up, oh, I'm in a hurry, eat something for 5 minutes, go somewhere else.
It's not very productive.
Probably if you can, just wake up 10, 20, 30 minutes earlier. It's worth much more. It's great investments of your time, of your relaxing time, to prepare yourself, to read, to think about your future day or your future or your day. It's great than be in a hurry. Don't be in a rush.
Yeah, it's like the musical instrument, or like a car, for example. Then you need to check all the systems, put the right gas in it, and like something of good quality. And that's how the performance of your day and everything you're doing will increase. That's exactly what we were talking about, how to make your life great, successful, and accomplished and interesting, like your life, is when you make the right decisions, when you put the right information. And then it's natural that you make the right choices and right decisions. And that's how you become a better person, that you're popular and people invite you and they want to share everything with you. That's absolutely, that's incredible feeling. Yeah, it works. And then I think the constant exercise, that's maybe one of the reasons I think it is so important that what we are doing right now, recording this interview, it's a learning. It might be very, hopefully, beneficial for people that will listen to it and want to live your kind of life. Then it's also important for me personally to express it and to actually, because when you're explaining something, then you become better in what you're doing.
Absolutely, and it's great for me as well. I learn a lot from our conversation, from you personally, from thinking about how can I say this, how can I form my thoughts, my sentences. And when we share our thoughts, our ideas, we learn, we grow as a person as well.
Absolutely,
Anya, how to say in English пружина?
The wire, I mean, no, that's the wire would be, but the particle can look it up. To be honest, I don't remember when the last time I used this. I think it's okay. I know this word. Okay.
Okay, Anya, I will say this. Like two days ago, I've met my mentor, and we had a conversation with him. he's very successful, very famous person in one area of business here in Russian-speaking world, and I shared with him my thoughts. I said, "What do you think? I do a lot. I see results everywhere. I have a lot of meetings, a lot of events, a lot of invitation to talk, but I think it's not. I don't see any results yet that I want to have."
Right.
And he shared me some analogy. Is that correct word? Analogy.
Analogy.
That he said, look at this. For example, you do a lot. You push your like prужина. How to say in English?
I think I'll just need to look it up quickly, and that's how we will.
Like this. And when you press enough, that goes forward much faster. If you don't press enough, nothing happens. So the same in life, in our results, in our business, in personal life.
True.
The same. We don't see any results, and we see, I'm going to give up.
Yes.
And it happens. But when you go forward, everything start grow, and everything start. You'll see results much more faster. And
absolutely.
It's take
the golden word.
And you can relax, but everything will go forward because of that.
Absolutely. Yes, and yes. The prужина is spring. Interesting, but that's the way to say it. Spring. I remember there was something.
Okay,
I don't. But that's a really great way of saying that. This is amazing. And what I think is that when you will discuss when we're discussing it in English, this is especially good for people who are just learning the language, so they can get really important ideas about life and practice their English listening skills, which is extremely important, because right now I strongly believe that if you want to travel the world, be a successful person, being able to communicate with a lot of great people, you have to be fluent in English. I strongly believe in that, and I think my life would be different if I were not able to communicate in English language.
Absolutely agree with you.
So, English-speaking world is amazing. It's just something that takes you to the totally new level of the quality of your life. So it's really great to be able to practice it and to use English to discuss ideas in a new way, which is different. Just really amazing. I love this project, and I think this series of these interviews, will be we have a whole TV show. With season 1, and then now we can have season
Oprah
2.
Oprah closed her show in 2006, but now our turn.
Absolutely, yes. It's a new, amazing possibilities with talking about your experience in life coaching, and to put it together, because I don't think that everybody is doing it right now. It's very unique because we have a lot of all this trainings and everything in Russian language, but now you are able to do the same thing in a different language, which is interesting to demonstrate what you're capable of doing, which is English is not your native language, not my native language. We both speak Russian, but we chose to speak English, discuss it in this language, and it's an amazing, absolutely amazing experience. Yeah, so this is the summer 2015, now the new season 2, fall 2015. But I think this is incredible, and especially that you can get some parts of the interview, which are especially great. Then we can just use them as a training material, something. Pasha, always a great pleasure to talk and discuss. always thank you for your great, stimulating questions that make me think about something I never thought before. And it's totally a pleasure to share the things that are personally important to me. And it's great that you totally, completely know and understand what I'm really talking about, because you put everything in practice. The life that you are living, it's quite incredible.
Thank you, Anya. Thank you. It's great pleasure to talk with you all the time, to learn from you, to have this conversation, to have such amazing English teacher, mentor for me, a role model.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, Anya.
Thank you. We'll be in touch, and we'll do it again soon. Yeah, we'll talk again next week, and then we'll make one TV show. Like, we'll be like not Moscow, New York. We'll be Moscow, Paris. So we'll do that too. But yes, we'll do next week, and then we'll see about the time.
Okay.
And to be continued. Yes, to be continued. Have a great day and great weekend. Pasha, bye-bye. See you again soon. Bye-bye. Bye.